High above the Earth, in the stratosphere, lies a delicate, invisible shield, the ozone layer. This layer is crucial for maintaining the balance of life on our planet. This thin veil of gas, composed of ozone molecules, plays a critical role in safeguarding life on our planet. Ozone molecules are made up of 3 oxygen atoms, forming a protective barrier. It acts as a natural sunscreen, absorbing most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. This absorption process is vital for preventing excessive UV radiation from reaching the Earth's surface. Without the ozone layer, the full intensity of the sun's UV rays would reach the Earth's surface. This would lead to severe health issues, including skin cancer and cataracts. This would have catastrophic consequences for all living organisms. Plants and animals would suffer, and ecosystems would be disrupted. The ozone layer is not static. It is dynamic and constantly changing. It's in a constant state of formation and depletion. Natural processes and human activities both influence this delicate balance. However, human activities, particularly the release of certain chemicals, have upset this natural balance. Chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, and other pollutants have been major culprits. This has led to a thinning of the ozone layer, most notably the hole over Antarctica. This phenomenon is a stark reminder of the impact of human actions on the environment. The consequences of a permanent hole in this protective shield are almost too dire to contemplate. Increased UV radiation can lead to more frequent and severe environmental disasters. It would be a catastrophe of unprecedented proportions, affecting every corner of our planet and every aspect of our lives. The ripple effects would be felt globally, impacting weather patterns, food security, and biodiversity. The future of life on Earth, as we know it, depends on our ability to protect this fragile shield. Scientists and environmentalists are working tirelessly to find solutions. We must act decisively to ensure that the ozone layer remains intact for generations to come. Collective global efforts are essential to safeguard this vital component of our atmosphere. Ultraviolet radiation is a type of energy emitted by the sun. It is a form of electromagnetic radiation, which also includes visible light, radio waves, and X-rays. It is invisible to the naked eye, yet its effects can be devastating. Prolonged exposure can lead to serious health issues. The ozone layer protects us from the most harmful types of UV radiation, known as UVB and UVC. Without this protective shield, life on Earth would be in grave danger. These rays can damage the DNA in our cells, leading to a range of health problems. This includes mutations that can cause cancer. Exposure to high levels of UV radiation can cause severe sunburn, which is not only painful but can also lead to long-term skin damage. Premature aging of the skin, characterized by wrinkles, leathery texture, and loss of elasticity, and an increased risk of skin cancer, including melanoma, which is the most dangerous form of skin cancer. Our eyes are also vulnerable to UV damage, with prolonged exposure potentially leading to cataracts, macular degeneration, and even blindness. Protecting our eyes with sunglasses is crucial. UV radiation doesn't just affect humans, it can also harm animals, causing similar health issues such as skin and eye damage. Plants and marine life are not immune either. It can damage the delicate tissues of amphibians, disrupt plant growth, and harm the phytoplankton that form the base of the ocean's food chain. This disruption can have cascading effects on the entire ecosystem. The health of our oceans and the creatures that inhabit them depend on the balance maintained by the ozone layer. The ozone layer's role in filtering out harmful UV radiation is critical to the health and well-being of all life on Earth. It acts as a shield, preserving the delicate balance of our ecosystems. A breach in this protective layer would expose us to dangerous levels of UV radiation, with potentially catastrophic consequences. It is imperative that we take steps to protect and preserve the ozone layer for future generations. Imagine a world where simply stepping outside for extended periods could result in severe sunburn, where the incidence of skin cancer skyrockets, overwhelming healthcare systems. This is the grim reality we would face with a permanent hole in the ozone layer. The human cost of increased UV exposure would be immense. Skin cancer rates would soar, affecting people of all ages and skin types. Cases of melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer, would become increasingly common. Hospitals and clinics would struggle to cope with the surge in demand for treatment. But the damage wouldn't stop at our skin. Our eyes, too, would be at risk. The incidence of cataracts, a clouding of the eye's lens, would increase dramatically, leading to impaired vision and blindness. Children, with their still developing eyes, would be particularly vulnerable. The human toll of a damaged ozone layer would be devastating, leading to widespread suffering and loss. It is a stark reminder of the vital importance of protecting this fragile shield that protects us from the sun's harmful rays. Of a permanent ozone hole would extend far beyond our shores, reaching deep into the world's oceans. Increased UV radiation would penetrate the water's surface, wreaking havoc on marine ecosystems that are already under stress from pollution and climate change. Phytoplankton, microscopic algae that form the base of the marine food web, are highly sensitive to UV radiation. Their decline would send shockwaves throughout the entire ocean ecosystem. Fish populations would plummet as their primary food source dwindled, impacting commercial fisheries and global food security. Coral reefs, already facing threats from warming waters and ocean acidification, would suffer further devastation. Increased UV radiation can bleach and kill coral, leading to the collapse of these vibrant ecosystems that support a vast array of marine life. The consequences for marine life would be catastrophic, disrupting delicate food webs and jeopardizing the health of our oceans. The economic and social ramifications, particularly for communities that rely on fishing and tourism, would be profound. The impact of increased ultraviolet radiation on agriculture would be equally devastating. Plants, like all living organisms, are susceptible to UV damage. Elevated levels of UV radiation can inhibit photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy, stunting their growth and reducing crop yields. Staple crops like wheat, rice, and corn are particularly vulnerable to UV damage. A decline in their productivity would threaten global food security, leading to rising food prices, shortages, and potential famine. The livelihoods of millions of farmers around the world would be at stake. The agricultural landscape would be transformed as farmers struggle to adapt to the harsh new reality of increased UV radiation. Drought-resistant and UV-tolerant crops would become essential, requiring significant investment in research and development. The potential for widespread crop failures and food shortages underscores the interconnectedness of our planet's systems and the far-reaching consequences of ozone depletion. It highlights the urgent need to protect this vital shield that safeguards our food security. While the most immediate effects of a permanent ozone hole would be felt in human health and ecosystems, the consequences would extend even further, exacerbating the already pressing issue of climate change. The ozone layer plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's temperature. While it protects us from harmful UV radiation, it also traps some heat from the sun, contributing to the greenhouse effect. Depletion of the ozone layer disrupts this delicate balance, potentially leading to further warming of the planet. The precise impact of ozone depletion on climate change is complex and still being studied. However, it is clear that a damaged ozone layer would have significant implications for global climate patterns, potentially leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and further disruption of ecosystems. The interconnectedness of ozone depletion and climate change highlights the need for a holistic approach to environmental protection. Addressing one issue without considering the other is insufficient. We must strive for comprehensive solutions that safeguard both the ozone layer and the climate for generations to come. The impact of increased UV radiation on wildlife would be widespread and devastating. Animals, like humans, are susceptible to the harmful effects of UV radiation. Prolonged exposure can lead to skin cancers, eye damage, and weakened immune systems, making them more vulnerable to diseases. Amphibians, with their permeable skin, would be particularly vulnerable. Their populations are already declining globally due to habitat loss, climate change, and disease. Increased UV radiation would further threaten their survival, pushing some species closer to extinction. Birds too would suffer. UV radiation can damage their feathers, impairing their ability to fly and regulate their body temperature. Their eggs are also susceptible to UV damage, leading to reduced hatching success and declining populations. The consequences for wildlife would be profound, leading to biodiversity loss, disrupted ecosystems, and a quieter, emptier planet. The intricate web of life that sustains our planet would be irrevocably altered. A permanent hole in the ozone layer would not only expose us to harmful UV radiation, but also disrupt the delicate balance of our atmosphere, leading to a cascade of environmental issues. The ozone layer plays a crucial role in regulating atmospheric circulation patterns, influencing weather systems and climate across the globe. The depletion of the ozone layer, particularly over Antarctica, has already led to significant changes in wind patterns and atmospheric circulation in the southern hemisphere. These changes have been linked to shifts in rainfall patterns, affecting agriculture and water resources in some regions, leading to droughts and water shortages. A larger permanent hole in the ozone layer would likely exacerbate these effects, leading to more unpredictable and extreme weather events worldwide. Droughts, floods, heat waves, and storms could become more frequent and intense, causing widespread damage, posing significant challenges to human societies and ecosystems, which are already under stress. The disruption of atmospheric stability would have far-reaching consequences, affecting everything from agriculture and water resources to human health and infrastructure, making life more difficult. It underscores the interconnectedness of Earth's systems and the urgent need to protect the ozone layer, not just for our own well-being and safety, but for the stability and health of the planet as a whole, ensuring a sustainable future for